Hey everyone, this is Maliaarrayah. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You can see I got my Christmas makeup going. I'm doing some practicing some looks for potentially some shoots, but I don't know. I just find myself practicing a lot of different kinds of makeup and arts and stuff. Anyways, I wanted to stop by today because there's something that I've been wanting to share. If you've been following me and my videos for a while, you know I've briefly touched upon my physical journey and the injuries from sports and stuff. But I found out some news last month that kind of basically silenced me for a little bit, and I'm still slowly processing in what it means for my life. So basically I was diagnosed with degenerative disc arthritic disease, and if you don't know what that means, there's some links down below of kind of explaining what that is. But basically I have a bad back and it just means that my back is sore a lot, often, daily, and it is pressuring my sciatic nerve. So some days I'll have a lot of sciatic pain. Other days my back is just very, very sore. I've been actually living with sciatic pain for 2 years, and I've been taking some medication for over a year now because it's gotten to the point where it was so bad. It was so bad that my hip, I have bursitis in my hip, my left hip. It was so bad that it inflamed my bursitis for the first time in about 7.5 years. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, I've been walking with a cane ever since September, and I'm telling you, it was unbearable. Every day I would come back home and I would just cry. I would cry during the day. I would be on so much pain medication. I'm still on pain medication. It's been really hard. It's been difficult. It's been hell. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been really, really miserable. Yesterday I got a shot in my back. It was a facet joint injection. Basically, it was a cortisone shot for in the joint in my back yesterday. So I'm not really doing much for a couple more days. The reason why I'm sharing this is because I'm a sharer. You guys know that, you know, my Instagram, you know, I'm sensitive, blah, blah, blah. I tried to share it there, but then I deleted the post because I'm like, I really don't want people to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. But really, my purpose here is to share about living with DDD because I've actually lived with it undiagnosed for about 7 or 8 years. So that's horrifying to me because I quit playing basketball because I was hoping to prevent more injuries. And I was actually working out and doing spin classes and running and stuff, and I shouldn't have been doing any of that. I should not have been doing any of that. I go back in my mind sometimes and I'm like, I cannot believe that I was literally running 7 miles like 3 to 4 times a week at a certain point, like right before I hurt my back in 2017, which is what was the catalyst of, sorry, my hand is hella shaking, the catalyst of chronic pain. So basically now I'm at the point, you know, they didn't tell me I need surgery. They're trying to do preventative stuff right now, like injections like cortisone, and if this one doesn't really help with the sciatic pain, they're probably going to do an epidural. I've had 2 back in college. The first one, it didn't hurt at all. The second time, I felt every part of that needle going in, that big long needle going into my spine, in my back. So at least this time I get sedation. Like, I got sedated yesterday, and then I'm thinking, I don't know how well this shot's gonna help my sciatic nerve, so I'm kind of hoping it does something. Otherwise, I'll be going back to get an epidural, because I really would like to get back to myself again. I haven't been able to go on walks like I like. I haven't been able to go pretty much doing the things that I enjoy most. I've been fairly limited, and basically how I'm living every day now is I get up in the morning, I stretch, I ice, I do some strengthening exercises. I go about my day, I use a cane because I'm taking public transport now, and it's a lot more walking than I'm used to, so I'm taking a cane so I don't have to stand on the BART, which could be 45 minutes to over an hour depending on if there's delays. Which I've gotten stuck standing, and I can't even express how miserable even just 10 minutes after a long day of standing on the public transport is. It basically takes all the energy out of me. So I come home and then I just ice, and then literally I rest, and that's been my life for 2.5 months now. So it's gotten better slowly, but I'm still dealing with a lot of processing on the things that I want to pursue going forward, because this is what I'm living with, this is what I'm dealing with. So obviously I can't go and just, honestly, I'm still working through a bit of the shame aspect because I am young. I don't prefer telling people that are my age, like, or younger, that I'd love to go hiking with you, but I can't. I physically cannot do it. I physically cannot do a lot of things, and I think that's been the most frustrating part for me, because I am fairly independent and I like to do a lot of physical activity, physical exercise. That was my life. So among, also with that, it's like healing from my basketball journey, which has probably most of you know who've been on my channel know that I don't have very great things to say about my sports career, just because it was traumatizing, especially my first year. I did express and explain that story, I think, the body shaming video. But yeah, it was shocking to me for my spine doctor to say, "Oh, you've probably been dealing with this for a while, since college." And I'm like, really? Because they told me back in college that I just had a herniated disc, and on this x-ray or this MRI, I don't even have a herniated disc. I have just arthritic degenerative disease, which means the discs are slowly, we all have degenerative disease eventually, but not this young. So that just means I have to take a lot of care of myself, and I can't do a lot of things that I want. So I'm trying to like switch that perspective of want. So kind of taking a Buddhist perspective on the saying, to want is to suffer. So I'm trying not to want certain things anymore, because my life has changed forever with this information. But yeah, so degenerative disc disease, I can say it now. I wasn't able to say it for a month and a half. but yeah, I have that. It's nice to get the diagnosis, but also frightening. When I found out I was actually getting onto the public transport over here going to work, and I had my glasses on, I'm like trying not to cry because this is kind of shocking. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because it's like I've been dealing with it for so long. Through this, I've still I'm thankful that I've still been able to do like acting and pursue that, and then I'm grateful that more opportunities are coming in. So I'm in a mode of just healing myself and getting back to like posting on YouTube again. And for a long time I was just really unmotivated to post on YouTube because I didn't feel like expressing certain things. But now I'm not the same. So I'm very, excited to post more on YouTube. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to share today. Thank you so much for, sticking with my journey. If you are living with okay, so this is what degenerative disc disease feels like. This is what it looks like. Basically it's pressuring my sciatic nerve, so I have shooting pain down the left side of my buttocks down through my leg some days, and then pretty much every day I have numbness on the top of my left toe and foot, right here. Sorry if my feet are scaring you. Yeah, they're big because I'm a big person. So that's every day, and I basically can't sit for more than 20 minutes at a time. Like even this is kind of hurting, so I keep moving around and my arm is shaking again. And I can't stand for a long time either, so I'm either sitting or standing and moving every 20 minutes or less. And it's really annoying because I'm sure the people that I work with are like, why the fuck does she keep moving in her desk? And they gave me this seat that's hella loud, so every time I move it just squeaks. I'm like, y'all making me feel extra larger than I already am with this old chair, creaking chair. My lower back is sore, and depending on what I eat, if I get bloated, it puts pressure on the nerve, so then I have back pain, and then that creates sciatic pain because, all that stuff is kind of just in your core. If I do too much walking, I'll get really exhausted, and then my whole body will hurt. Sometimes I'll get leg cramps. What else? I guess that's mostly my symptoms. Physically, mentally, yeah, so it affects me mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well. I found myself praying a lot when I was in immense pain. It also affects, I also have bursitis, so that's basically like arthritis, but it's different. It's in my hip. It's the bursa. If we have bursa throughout the body, the bursa gets inflamed if it's, irritated. My bursitis flared up because of my degenerative disc disease, because it was undiagnosed and I was trying to do exercises that I shouldn't have been doing. So yeah, if you're having like back pain and you're not sure why, blah blah blah, my recommendation is to get checked out, get an MRI, probably not an x-ray, probably get an MRI. If you can. I know that it's hella expensive if you don't have good insurance. That's probably why I took so long to get diagnosed, because the last time I really hurt my back, I threw it out and I couldn't really walk. I couldn't afford to get an MRI. I couldn't afford to get the health checkups that I needed. So yeah, definitely get checked out, because you want to make sure that you're getting the help that you need and not straining your body any more than it needs to be. So that's my advice. Anywho, I think that's all that I'm going to share. I just talked for like another 3 minutes after I said that, but this time I mean it. Happy holidays, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. I don't know what time you're watching this. Hopefully it's not at a weird hour. Like, I don't know what a weird hour is. To me, a weird hour is like, never mind. I'm gonna stop that tangent. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.